So we are the California Historical Group. It's a World War II living history reenactment group. It's been around since the 80s. It's a nonprofit. We're kind of headquartered in Southern California, but we have members that go all the way up into, Northern California. We as a unit are doing garrison troops for, at the time it was Hunter Liggett Military Reservation, right? It wasn't a fort yet. And a lot of divisions came through here and trained. We thought it was best to do garrison troops that would have been stationed here. So that's why there's no patches. We could not find any of the guys wearing patches that were stationed here. But I was in ROTC in college, and I was just in the computer lab one day, and I was poking around at World War II stuff, and I was like, yeah, Civil War, but World War II, there's tanks? That's rad. So that was kind of how I did, and that was 20 years ago. We've got guys that do all the major belligerents, American, British, German, Russian, and we'll do displays like this and public events, and then we'll do private tactical events where we actually shoot each other with blanks. But we've had 100 on 100 with tanks, and we did those actually at Camp Roberts. So we would stay in the barracks and we'd go to Tango uniform and we would do full armored warfare on Camp Roberts. We're as excited as you are, and vice versa, which is it's funny, it's nice.
I'm supporting the 328 Medical Hospital Range this weekend. I'm a reenactor, and when we were driving by I saw the tents and the vehicles and I was like, I gotta stop. But right now I'm with 71st Pennsylvania Civil War unit, and I've done some reenacting with the Great War Society down in Southern California.
So in real life, I'm actually a stagehand. So I work backstage in theaters, rock and roll concerts, things like that. This particular setup would be 1942, 43, somewhere in that era. So the cartridge belt, this is a first aid pouch. We also have the bayonet. This is the longer version. This is one of those details where I said that changed throughout the war. It got shorter later on, because this is the length they used in World War I, but they changed the exterior, the sheath or the holster. I also have my canteen over here. This would have been your standard issue M1 Garand. It's a semi-automatic. It would hold an 8-round clip, and it was loaded from the top. You'd put the magazine or the clip right on top there. You'd use the blade of your hand to hold the charging handle back. You'd push the rounds down in there, and then you're ready to go. Based on the manufacturing year, it was sometime in 1944 that this one was made. It's like anybody else's hobby. You spend your time and effort and passion for it, accumulating all this stuff, and it never ends. You think, oh, I have the basic kit, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, I want stuff that's later in the war, or I want stuff that's earlier in the war. It never ends. But yeah, it's all my own hard-earned money going to something I love.